You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
The Herons are back. Beards talking, balls rapping pink and black. Coming live from the 305, it's official tissue. The Battered Fan, Chris and Dan, we rockin' with you. We talk Messi, Boosie, Jordy, Lucho, the Fat Four, to Ben Cram, Noah, Ruiz, Fred. What more could you ask for? Tighten up and get ready, listen in on the pod. Solana and X in Espanol, just to even the odds. Breakdowns and gas bagging, join the tribe and just vibe. $3.99, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't hesitate, say what's up, go ahead and come in. No question about it, I'm ready to get hurt again.
No question about it, I am ready to get hurt again.
You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
Welcome, everybody, to the 4th annual Battered Awards Show. I'll be your host this evening, Daniel Granada, and alongside me, my co-host, Mr. Christian Duran. How are you this fine evening?
Salute to you in this night perfect for the baddies.
This, a.k.a. Battered Awards, a.k.a. The Baddies. This is the most prestigious awards show, I believe, at least in Miami. I can't take it, but in Miami, I believe this is the most prestigious award show.
Yes, it is. I mean, come on. We're handing out awards here. It's a good time all around.
Now, I would agree so. Now, this year we're doing a little different. We are going live with our voting. In years past, the first year, it was just our decision. I can hear you typing, Chris. The following 2 years, we had you guys vote ahead of time. This year, we're going to try something a little different. No, we're much better than the Latin Grammys. I'm sorry. We're going to try something a little different. We are going to have everybody voting live. Now, this could be a great idea. This could end up being probably the worst episode of the year. So we'll see how this goes. But without further ado, Chris, I think that we should get started rocking and rolling so we don't get the people waiting. And let's test out this live voting.
It was such a beautiful experience to go through because we were able to watch the recent years. And I mean, how fantastic it is to do the baddies as champions now.
It is nice. It's been a fun year. And one of the awards. It isn't really an award. We tend to ask if everybody believes that this was a successful season, and we'll get into that in a bit. But let's first start with our first award, Chris. So I'm gonna let you tee up the awards while I try to manage the polls.
Okay, so what's the first one?
You
tell me, and I'll give it to
it.
you. So we'll go down this because we got a lot of categories here. So we'll start off with the biggest surprise. So when we're talking about the biggest surprise, it could be a number of things, right? It could be just within the regular season, the playoffs. So we have a couple options here on the biggest surprise of the year, guys. Now, the 4 options that we have, which Danny is going to be putting that in for you. What do you mean no write-ins, Dennis? No, we're not. There's no write-ins here. Tommy ATL is saying Chris has been taking Viagra every night since he won the MLS Cup. That's why he's so aggressive on Twitter all the time. Shout out to Tommy 1 time. Tommy 2 time. Batter bow tie, exactly. So the 4 options that we went ahead and we put down were the biggest surprise, Rocco Blacco's playoff run. That's surprise number 1. Surprise number 2, Allende's playoff run. Surprise number 3 is Noah Allen winning center back at the starting role. And then number 4 is Luis Suarez's drop-off as a big surprise.
And what we'll be doing is we'll give you about 60 seconds to answer all of these. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, so me personally, I probably would have said Rocco playoff run, not because I love Rocco Blacco, but because who would have expected, realistically, in the beginning of the season, he was the 3rd string goalkeeper with the least experience, actually having a great playoff run to win us the MLS Cup.
But I mean, look, I don't want to take any credit away from him, but the defense took a huge step up. Like
Yes.
he didn't face as many shots as you would say would warrant this award. I felt like the biggest surprise was the Allende playoff run. Who had him finally converting on these shots?
That is surprising, but at the same time, you have a lot of people that were just like, just wait and see. Let's wait for Allende to kind of kick into gear. I mean, Luis Suarez is a good option too.
The drop off.
Yeah,
that's a very good option because
Yeah.
I knew that obviously his career, he's getting older, his knees are getting worse. He would eventually drop off, but to the level that I felt like his finishing dropped off, right? Because he was still creating plays for others, but his finishing. All right, so we're gonna end the poll in another 5 seconds to see if anybody else gets in here, and boom, we have a winner, Chris. For those of you that are not watching live or listening on audio, with 72%, Mr. Tadeo Allende with the playoff run runs away with the. He is the first award winner for biggest surprise of the season.
Now, just out of curiosity, because this is the first time that we've done it with more than two options, does it show you the percentage of the other options?
Rocco got 17%, Luis Suarez got 9%, and Noah Allen winning the starting job only got 2%.
Oh my goodness, that's insane, dude. All right, so that's it for the biggest surprise. We move on, and we get to the next topic, which is the Que Pena of the year. Now, for those of you that have been sort of following, every single post game that we have awards that we give for every game, right? Man of the match other than Messi, standouts, and the last but not least, but actually least, is the Que Pena award. So this is overall the overseeing Que Pena award of the entire year. And the options are Federico Redondo, Tadeo Allende, Luis Suarez, and Alan Obando. Now, if I had to, go ahead.
Good. I don't know. I was going to say that I was waiting for some write-ins.
Well, I mean, as the write-ins flood in, I'll let you know what I would have picked. Que Pena of the year, I said it, it's Redondo. Redondo to me is the biggest Que Pena of the year. You came in, you were sort of touted, and there were high expectations for you. Your dad was a legend, and you didn't pan out, and you finally had a coach that was familiar with your game more than Tata, and a guy making 80K living in an efficiency in Hialeah beat you out for your position. Sorry, but not sorry. That deserves the Que Pena of his career. I think.
I would still go Allende. Man, He had such a rough year. I know he saved it at the end, but man, I think it should go to whoever got the Que Pena award the most throughout the season. And out of the 50, how many games did we play this year? 58? Out of the 58 games, he probably got it over 40 times. And I'm not exaggerating either.
He was a big contestant for that, for sure. And I'm looking, look, this one is close. People are voting Obando. I'm not influencing, but okay, do you guys want me to wait to give you guys my opinion? I mean, Mark is saying this one is too close, and Pedri Potter still is sitting on the Redondo Island. So, I mean, what, we're gonna give him like another 30 seconds? Give him a minute?
Yeah, give him another couple seconds, and then we'll close it out. I'm surprised at who's winning right now.
Is this fair that Hedge saying Obando is too irrelevant to
Chris
get the
influencing the votes? Oh, this is an interesting point. Chris is influencing the votes.
So what am I supposed to do? So I'm all right. I'm not going to give any opinions. I'm not going to tell them.
You can. All right, here we go. I'm going to end the poll right now. And surprisingly, at least to me, surprisingly, the winner of the Que Pena award this year, even though I don't remember him getting a Que Pena award throughout the season, was Redondo. Redondo with 44%. Obando, I mean, I guess Que Pena for always being injured, but he didn't even touch the pitch. Luis Suarez with 12%, and somehow in last place with only 8% of the votes, Tadeo Allende. What in the world are we doing, people? How does he win the award over 40 times this season and not get the Pena of the year?
All right. Okay. So then you know what? I'm going to listen to Pedro. He says, give your diluted fucking opinions after people vote. Okay, fine.
No, we can't do
fine.
that because then half this podcast would be you.
Okay. No, I'll figure out a way to do it. I'm going to stop giving my opinion and
diluted opinion.
Okay. Well, I mean, diluted, whatever you want to say. So that's your award for the Que Pena of the year. And I'm not going to influence anything else moving forward. I promise. Okay. Let's get to the next category, Danny. The next category is going to be, and this is a big one, the biggest what if of the year. Now, I was thinking this could lean somewhere between the biggest what if positively or maybe negatively. As far as like the biggest what ifs are concerned, there's going to be a couple options. And when it comes to biggest what ifs, like Danny and I were talking about it, and there's a lot of things that could have happened that if something was to have happened, where would we have landed or whatever the case is. So I'll give you guys the options now, I think, while Danny is punching it in. So the first one is, what if Drake Callender would have stayed healthy for the preseason? That's option number one. Option number two is Miami avoids PSG in the knockout stage. So that's option number two.
It only gives us 4 options. It doesn't let me do. I'm lying. It just gave me a 5th. Okay, forget it.
Nice. Suarez doesn't get suspended versus Nashville in the playoffs when he does the donkey kick. And then the last option is Miami would host Leagues Cup final. Now,
because the only reason Seattle got to host is because I forgot who they beat like 1,000,000-0. Remember, it was a Cruz Azul. And because of that, they ended up hosting the final. But if Miami hosts that final, things might be a little different.
Now, and look, Cynical Tube is just tuning in for the worst guest and best Discord news member. And look, I mean, people are mentioning it. Gus says Suarez not being suspended. Well, this would be a good one. Sagar Daddy, what if Allende could have scored 30 goals? This was one that I was considering. What if Tata had stayed? Because that is a good one.
Ooh, that is a good one.
That is a good one. I mean, you guys are hitting the mark. What do you mean this isn't a question? Superman versus Batman. This is a question. What if? It's the biggest what if. Hypothetical, right?
Well, for me, it's what if Miami avoids PSG in the knockout stage? Do they make it just a little bit further? I think that would have been really cool. We ended up playing against what was arguably the best team in the world, and that really sucked. So it would have been nice to see what would have happened if we had ended up on the other side of the bracket.
Look at you trying to be influential. You're the one that's now influencing voting here, okay? And look, Stancy, this is perfect. Right up Danny's alley. What if Chris hadn't bought a Campana jersey for his son? That was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna give another 15 seconds. Another 15 seconds, and because the winner right now is at 53%.
Oh, so, that's close. That's close.
See. And I think this is going to be it. Now, I was considering not using this one just because it ends up being like a negative one. It's usually like a what if positively, but I'm going to end it here. And the winner of the what if award this year with 51% is Suarez doesn't donkey kick. What happens then? Now, I'm assuming people choose that because they think that maybe we would not have won. I was going more towards the positive side of what if we host the Leagues Cup final? I think we might win that. What if we don't match up with PSG immediately as the first knockout game? Maybe we make it a little further in that tournament. So interesting what ifs.
Well, Danny, people are telling us not to influence votes or even talk. Like, they don't even want us to talk when they're voting. Just pure silence. This is the best what if. What if Emerson was still here?
Oh God. No, thank
And
you.
then Mark, I already have the Eastern Conference Championship hat. It's already in the mail, and it should be getting here at around the same
Nope.
time that Diego Gomez's letter gets to
To
England.
Diego Gomez. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's too late. Here, I already stole the giant banner. I was actually trying to hang it back there, but that didn't work. So
Because you
are
have
we
a
are we
wife.
on? Well, yeah, I mean, it's not just. I mean, look, I would have hung it upside down if I could have. I was gonna wear it. I was gonna wear this, but I got it right here. I'm gonna turn it into a blanket, kind of like what I do with my son's bed blanket. So
All right.
next
So
topic.
the defender of the year. This one's pretty straightforward. Who do you believe was the best defender of the year?
Okay, wait.
Noah. Go ahead.
Okay? All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought you were gonna start with your opinion. Be careful.
No. Noah Allen, Falcon, Ian Frey, or Jordi Alba. The poll is up.
So those are good options. Now, I mean, you put Allen, Falcon, Frey, and Alba. I'm surprised that you didn't put defenders in terms of like Yannick Bright or Busquets.
Everybody didn't play that much.
Yeah, but I mean, they did defend at some points, right? I mean, the four
Would
you
you really
is
put
good.
Busquets as one of the top defenders in the team?
Listen, there was a lot of slide tackles that he made that were pretty critical. Like his
There were also
speed
a lot of
sucked.
times. There was a lot of times that his pace kind of just betrayed him.
Well, a lot of people are saying Falcon. Stancy's saying Falcon easy. Dennis is saying Noah Allen. Soccer Daddy's saying it's Ryan Saylor. We got a couple Ryan Saylors. So if Ryan Saylor was on the list, he would have gotten some business there.
All right, I'm gonna close this out in the next 10 seconds. Well, yeah, I see a lot of Falcon. I consider putting Lujan, but I figured who's gonna vote for Lujan? So I decided against putting Lujan in there. So I am gonna close
Kennedy
this
Potter
out
would
right
have voted
now.
for Lujan. That would have been the 1%.
And the winner of the 2025 Battered Awards Defender of the Year award goes to Falcon with 54%. Second place is Jordi Alba with 32%, and both Noah Allen and Ian Frey tied for third with 7%.
I'm actually surprised that Falcon ran away with this. Very
But
surprising.
you know what? After the Club World Cup, he was hands down the best defender. Like
Yeah.
the Club World Cup is like where he woke up. Like it took him a little time to get adjusted to the MLS, and once the Club World Cup was there, it just completely flipped, and he was the best defender.
So now we leave best defender, and now we move forward to the worst moment of the year.
Ooh, yeah.
Now this could be. I mean, it's 4 options on this one. Okay, the first option is going to be Vancouver whooping us in the CCC, Spitgate with your boy Luis Suarez, PSG kicking our ass in the Club World Cup, right? Losing to them. And then Seattle beating us in Leagues Cup. Those are your 4 options. If any of you guys have any sort of other options, I'd like to hear it. If you guys want to put it in the chat while Danny uploads this.
It's up.
Yeah, I mean, Miami King, I guess Leagues Cup fight. I guess that could count part of Leagues Cup.
That's Spitgate.
A lot of people are saying Spitgate. Yep. And Superman versus Batman saying that was obvious. I mean, so I guess from the mood of it, I mean, it seems like everybody is going with Spitgate.
Well, I mean, I feel like losing the CCC, especially in the fashion we lost, it really sucked right before the final. But I felt like the lowest point of the season was Spitgate because you lost the final and then you embarrassed yourselves, like the players on the pitch afterwards. I thought that was the lowest point of the season for me.
Well, you know, somebody had mentioned here losing twice to Orlando. That stinks. Now, that's not like moment, but yes, that is something that stings pretty badly.
Well, you know what? It's really close between Leagues Cup final and and the
Oh, don't do
CCC
that because
whooping.
oh my gosh. Now you put who it's close, and then the people that haven't voted yet, they're going to start spamming to flip it.
Well, I mean, at least they're voting.
Yeah, I guess. And Pedri's asking, you've mentioned Kremaki like 5 times, so I have to mention this. Why didn't Kremaki make the Que Pena list? Is it because he's American for a cat? Listen, he didn't make it because he didn't play enough time.
Yeah, he did. He barely played.
He didn't
Obando
play
Obando only made it because it's funny how little he played.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
And it's all his fault. It's all his fault.
no, he got injured. How is that his fault?
Nah, it's his fault. He needs to be better.
Okay.
He needs to be better.
All right, and I am about to close this out in 3, 2, 1. And the winner of the worst moment of the year for the year 2025 is the Leagues Cup final, and then with 41%, and then the Vancouver CCC whooping with 40%. So it was a 1% difference. So anybody that did not vote, you guys were the difference. The Leagues Cup final, and I guess if maybe because the Leagues Cup final there is there twice, it kind of skewed the numbers. Maybe the number would have been a little higher. But when you put the loss with the aftermath after the loss, I guess it makes sense why that would win. It was complete embarrassment by the team on and off the pitch.
Yeah, that was actually like it was just a very embarrassing sort of situation to be in, because not only did we lose, but we just didn't lose in the right fashion. I mean, look who's talking about that. I have my tie around my hat, like.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Chris does in his spare time.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. Next category. Now, the next category after worst moment of the year, we're going to flip it on its head. And now we're going to go over the best moment of the year. Now, in this category, we only have 2 choices. Okay. And if you guys have another choice, let us know so we can kind of punch it in if last second. The first one is, for those of you that are waiting for the Tadeo Allende love, the first one is Allende MLS Cup clinching goal. That's the best moment of the year. And then the other best moment of the year would be Javier Mascherano coaching through the phone, sitting in the stands with season ticket holders, calling the shots.
And then I just added Luis Suarez getting suspended 3 days after the fact.
Oh, that's a good one.
Started the
That's
poll.
a good one. So the poll has been started. Yes, Ashley, it is amazing. And shout out to you guys in the chat. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today on this glorious day, the Baddies, where we get to go over sort of like a yearly recap. This is like my favorite episode. Oh, look at this. This is a good one. What about the shootout versus Club America in preseason? You're talking about when Rocco Blanco was blocking.
That is going to be one of the top moments of the year.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Rocco Blanco was a wall. He was a unit.
Yeah. I can't.
One of the
wait to
best
see how-
performances I've ever seen out of a goalkeeper.
Can't wait to see how well he plays this preseason for us.
I mean, it's going to be fantastic. Yes, Alex, we are live at this very moment. You can vote right now, Alex. Okay. Make sure to
all
vote
right,
on
so
the bottom.
I'm about to, and I guess this one was obvious, even though I voted for Mascherano's coaching from the stands. That was my favorite moment. I think that
Yes.
was so fun. But at the stadium, the emotions that went through everybody's body when Allende scored that game-clinching goal, the runaway winner with 63%, Allende MLS club clinching winner in the 96th minute of the MLS Cup final. Number 2, Mascherano coaching from the stands. And number 3, Luis Suarez suspension 3 days after the fact, after Nashville fans and everybody from Nashville started complaining about the donkey kick. Little did they know, they were basically handing us the trophy on a silver platter.
This is a great 4th edition. I wish it would have won the whole thing, winning the treble. That would have been fantastic. That would have been a good choice. Somebody asked if we're going to be doing a new intro. We are. I haven't worked on it just yet because I wanted the year to end, and we still have players that we're getting. As you can see, Inter Miami is still cooking. So I don't want to do the intro because like I legitimately write every single word on the intro. and I want to make sure that everything is sort of settled down before we go ahead and work on the new intro. So next category, I'm assuming you're punching in it already.
Yeah, I'm putting in Chris. Chris added the fourth one here. I'm not sure why he thought that it was. Well, let me not sway. So I'll just keep.
So best game of the year. So we have 4 options for this one. The first one being the day that we beat Porto, right? So that's option number 1. The second option is, of course, the MLS Cup final. That gave us the best hardware you can ever get in the MLS. And then win versus the Crew 5-1 when we destroyed them. And then game 3 against Nashville 4-0, where the score line was 4-0. I do want to see if anybody else has. Oh, look at this! The super members Batman saying Nashville third leg. Yeah, same thing.
3.
Yeah, the game 3.
Why would that be the best game? I didn't think that was a great game.
You know why? But you see, we can't do that because right now they're voting, and if
everybody has their own opinion, let them go ahead.
So I mean, I think it's great because we played the best we played all season in that game, offensively and defensively.
You don't think that the Cincinnati game was a little better in Cincinnati?
Yeah, Pedro's agreeing with you. Cincinnati 4-0. Yeah, I mean, that was good. But I felt like the win against Nashville.
That was Chris's right there. So I don't know. I'm wondering what he.
Well, and it also helps that we finally get to stop playing against Nashville after playing them 74 times.
Okay.
And
all right, and I'm going to close.
It's just basic. Yeah, he's saying final. It isn't even close.
10 seconds, and I think this is going to be a runaway also.
I can't even see the results, by the way. Danny is the only one. He is the commissioner on the results right now.
And 3, 2, 1. And running away with the victory for game of the year, the MLS Cup final, which was a very good game. Vancouver had its opportunities with 49%, beating Porto 26%, the third leg against Nashville winning 4-0, 21%, and then whipping up on Columbus Crew 4%. Now, this is funny because I remember coming on soon after the Porto victory, and everybody kept telling me that that's going to be the biggest win in team history. And I was like, if we win the MLS Cup by the end of the year, nobody's going to say that. And everybody's like, no, but you don't understand. We just beat a European team. Nothing gets bigger than that. Yeah. Well, apparently I was right because people have already forgotten how big that was because they got only 26% of the vote. And who's really talking about that anymore?
Well, I want to mention something here. Stancy's saying no spamming, guys. Please don't spam. Pedri, we answered your question. So go back about 5 minutes and find the answer. Guys, please don't spam in the chat.
All right.
Sorry.
Let's go.
So the next category, you want to talk the next category or you want me to bring it up?
No, you got it.
So the next category is going to be goal of the year. And I kind of want to see what goal you guys think we should add. We came up with.
Well, I just remembered one that I'm going to add.
Okay. All right. So we got 4 options. So we got Fafa with his header against Atlanta. We have Baltasar with a monster blast against DC to draw. And then Yannick Bright off of the volley when we played against Orlando and we lost, where it was just the first touch, gets it right in. And then the fourth, what was the fourth that was just added?
Messi dancing around Montreal.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy. That was a crazy goal.
He was basically salsa dancing around everybody.
I mean, and then you have people like Soccer Daddy, of course. Allende goal. Which one? Soccer Daddy. Okay, I get it.
I guess the final one, maybe the final one.
Just put Allende anything. That's basically so. It's just Allende versus everybody. I mean, thank goodness he was effective at the end.
Fafa, for those of you that forgot, the season started off with a draw against NYCFC, and then we had
he just came off the bench, I think.
Right. So It was really early in the season, and that Atlanta game in Atlanta, a lot of people thought that Atlanta was going to be a top 2 or 3 team in the East. I didn't, but a lot of people thought that. So going into that game, it was hyped up to be a very big primetime game. And it was a draw all the way through until the 90 whatever minute it was that Fafa got that header. Wait, did that game end in a draw or win? We won that game, right? We won.
Yeah,
that was a game.
yeah.
That was a game-winning goal. And it was a Fafa header to seal the game. And it was late I think in added time. So it was a big win really to start off the season. And I mean, I know Fafa fell off a little after that, but that was a big time goal to start the season, because I felt like at that moment, everybody's like, all right, we just beat Atlanta, which everybody's saying is going to be like one of the big competitors. So that was a big goal. That was a big moment early in the season.
Well, I mean, look, this was Suarez versus Palmeiras has to be there. That's a good one. Sean is bringing up a really good one. Ben Kremak with Columbus diving header.
Oh, my God. I forgot about that one.
Forgot about that one.
Yeah, that was a good one also. It's too late. Damn it. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
but
Pedri Potter
regardless,
sure not voting that one.
No, but I'm going to close the voting here because I'm pretty sure I know what's going to win because it was a landslide already, and Ben Krem wouldn't have beat this one. Messi dancing around Montreal. I mean, that was the best play I thought Messi had all year, the way he kind of just took on – he got in the box and he literally took on 5 or 6 defenders and made it look easy. To me, hands down, the goal of the year. Not just for our show and Inter Miami. He got robbed because Son, with it was the wackest goal. It was a free kick goal. But because it's Son, they had to give it to him. And I don't care. I'm saying it. I know. I'm telling you, you put anybody else, you put Messi to make that same exact shot, nobody's talking about it. But because it's Son, it's like, well, that's the new big face. We got to give it to him. Because everybody knows that Messi goal was 10 times better than a simple little free. Messi does that 3 or 4 times a year. It was such a ridiculous thing that the MLS gave to Son. But anyway, I digress. The winner for Inter Miami's goal of the year, Messi salsa dancing around Montreal.
And that's a good one. That's a good one. I mean, lets it roll into the goal. That was a fantastic choice. Now we move on to the most battered moments. Okay. So when it comes to the most battered moment, this one is pretty Lucho loaded. Okay. This one is Lucho loaded. So I'll start off with the number 1 that we have listed. Luis Suarez wearing a cowboy hat on a goal that didn't count. Okay, celebrates a goal for a goal with a cowboy hat that didn't count. Then Luis Suarez ball busting himself with a celebration after scoring after going through a drought. He tries to celebrate or, kicks in frustration the little wall, the electronic wall, misses it and lands on his ball sack. Then you have Luis Suarez donkey kicking versus Nashville to completely eliminate himself from the entire playoffs. And then the fourth edition is just watching Luis Suarez run. Those are your battered moments, guys. That's what you have to look forward to vote.
We should have added Suarez spitting.
That would have been a good addition. Or just Luis Suarez being Luis Suarez. That would have just one option.
That's just one option. What it is.
Yeah.
Last year we had some fun ones. We had Sergio Busquets scoring his first goal and celebrating while Diego Gomez is on the floor screaming in pain because he had just gotten injured. There was I was watching the episode.
Robbie Robinson vomiting
on the pitch.
Robbie Robinson
vomiting on the pitch. That was a good one last year.
Got caught with a Nokia, like some dude in the rafters. He's the only guy looking at Robbie Robinson, by the way. Nobody else was paying attention to him.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And look, Dennis is saying the donkey.
That was a good one too. Beckham fighting with Minnesota over social media after the loss.
Oh yes. Well, I mean, now look who the victor is now, huh? Freaking.
All right. So I'm gonna give it another 10 seconds, and then we'll close it. This one seems like it might be a little closer than the other ones.
Well, I imagine. I mean, it's all Lucho loaded. Cynical Tube saying he liked the Robbie Robinson one.
All right, and I'm going to close it out right now. And the poll ends. And the winner for the most battered moment of the year is watching Luis Suarez run. Okay. Oh, no, it's a tie. It's a tie between watching Luis Suarez run and Luis Suarez ball-busting celebration. Both tied at 31%. So Luis Suarez gets the award no matter what. Luis Suarez donkey kick 20%. And then Luis Suarez cowboy hat celebration for a no-goal 18%. So Chris, I'll let you be the deciding factor. Is it watching Luis Suarez run or Luis Suarez ball busting celebration?
It's got to be the ball busting celebration. It's got to be.
Oh, all right. So we move on, and now's when the award show starts getting a little funnier, a little funner.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and jump over to now what you guys will probably love, and which is the worst take. Now, in this category, there's only 2 worst takes here. Now, instead of me explaining the takes in depth, I'm going to show you the takes. So the first take is going to be Danny's take. So let's go ahead and plop this up here.
I still think Redondo starts. I still think Redondo has a huge year. I think Redondo's going to have a big year.
That was one. And then now I got to upload the other. So you got to kind of give me a little bit.
All right. Well,
let's see here. And Danny's typing in all of the options right now.
All right. Well,
Tommy,
this is horrible podcast.
Because of them, we lost. They gave us the heebie-jeebies, and it's over.
You can't
You jinxed
be the
us.
team. I told you I wouldn't be shocked if Nashville finally wins one because
So it's your fault.
they are. Okay. Yeah, sure.
Conde is saying, say goodbye to the supporter shield. It's completely over, right? We got TFC'd. We just found out. TFC's a team. Guys, I don't know what to tell you here. There's literally nothing positive to talk about today. This was not only embarrassing, disgraceful, unacceptable. If anybody is happy after this, looking forward to the remainder of the season, I got news for you, buddy. It's going to be bad. Get the pots and pans, Chris, because we're cooked. The world is falling apart as we speak in South Florida. This is so bad. Is it too much to say that we're fucking done? We're done
For the season?
We're done.
So those are the 2 options. One is the worst take being Danny saying that Redondo standing on the hill, that Redondo is going to be amazing. And mine's being that we're cooked every single time that we tie or lose.
Yeah, you're just over dramatic.
Well, I mean, I tried to find more video for you, but I couldn't find exactly which episodes because there were a couple where you literally dug your feet into the ground and you're like, Redondo is that guy, and I'm dying on that hill this year.
You know, it's funny as I'm about to close it out because I see we have a clear runaway winner, but I was talking to Chris about how fun this show would be if we actually had time to like prepare for it. Because if we could find clips and play them back and like search for other takes that we might have said, sure this show would be a lot funnier. But you know, we do the best we can. All right, here we go.
Yes.
We're gonna end the poll with the clear runaway winner. Chris is hot. We're cooked after every loss or draw. 73%, obviously, Mr. Dramatic runs away with it. Congratulations, Crick. Is this your first baddie?
I think it is my first baddie. I'll take it.
Nice. All right.
Send it in the mail.
Let's keep going with the fun stuff.
So the next one is the best nickname. We have a lot of fun with nicknames, and this year we got 4 nicknames for you. So the first one being Rocco Blanco.
I was reading the third one. Oh, sorry.
The first one being Rocco Blanco. The second one being Human Fanny Pack, a.k.a. Tadeo Allende. Belisario Machuca is the third option. Like, you got to be inside the inside to know that one.
Yeah.
And then the fourth one being Swiss Army knife.
Lujan, which drives the plane, the bus, flies the plane. He does everything. And
Yes,
the poll
he
is up. Best nickname of the 2025 season.
Now, look, there's a lot of people that are here just screaming out what they're going to pick. And I want to mention here, Obvious says, vote, guys. It's free, guys. Vote. Come on. It's right there on the bottom. Just pick one of the options.
Yeah. So,
Ooh,
we're just here having a good time.
This is good. It's me, JB says bench warmer Obando.
That wasn't a nickname, though. Ooh,
Yeah.
a great one. Kitelinger.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
I mean,
That's
it's his
a good
name,
one.
but it's still amazing. It's still an amazing name.
Now, it's just fun. It's nice to be able to come up with these nicknames
I love
organically.
that One World, One Goal, put Rocco Blacco trademark after.
Yes, nice one. Good stuff, Italia. Nice. So, I love doing the whole nickname stuff. And yes, all four options are hilarious. I love the nicknames that we do.
Yeah.
Baptist Health Player of the Year.
All right, I'm going to stop the poll in 5 seconds.
Rocco
Blacco is a great one. But you know what's funny is that Rocco was like a constant theme on this show from the preseason with Mike V. Was it Mike V and some other people? But Mike V, I think, was the person that kind of ran the show and started it the most with all of his Chuck Norris type comparisons. So Rocco Blacco takes it with 53%. Belisario Machuca, which is my vote. I love that nickname. Belisario Machuca, 32%. For those that don't know, Chris couldn't remember his name and just randomly blurted out Belisario Machuca. And I looked at
driver that works with him.
Who the hell are you talking about? And it took him a while to realize that he had gotten the name wrong. And then we realized where it came from. And then the Swiss Army knife, Lujan, and then the human fanny pack, which, I mean, that one died out quickly once he started going on his playoff tear.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, whatever.
Rocco Blacco was going to win that no matter what.
So now we move over to the next category. And we move over to the best in-season acquisition. Now, we're talking about within the season, not before, like how – wait, why? Did you erase the comment? It just, like, fell off, I think. Oh, because it's a timer. I see.
Oh, I haven't.
So, no, that's fine. So it's not about acquisitions that we made before the season. It's acquisitions that we made during the season. So we got three options on there. We got Baltasar Rodriguez, we got Rodrigo De Paul, and we got Matteo Silvetti. Those are your three options, guys. I'm not going to lean any way, shape, or form. I'm not going to tell you what I think.
The poll is up.
But the poll is up. Make sure you vote on it because it's free to vote and your vote counts. If not, you're going to have people that are winning that don't deserve to win, like last year where Mike V could have been able – I remember I was watching one of the replays. Mike V could have been able to be one of the people that turned one into a winner. I think it was the year that Campana was nominated.
For Pena, was it?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, we've had some – it was fun looking back at those episodes today and yesterday.
Yes, it is. And you guys should take a look back. You guys should take a look back for sure.
All right. So I'm going to close this out another 10 seconds. So 10 seconds to vote, and then we're going to close this out. And just so everybody knows, we're down to the nitty gritty. We are down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, technically 6. But for one of them, there's only one option. So it would be five to go. And then we can call this a year because this is almost like the grand finale. And by the way, our most prestigious award, which is the last award, we might have some guests on here for that award. So we're getting there. All right. So I'm closing this one out. And the winner for best in-season acquisition, far and away, Toto Matteo Silvetti with 62%. He clears Rodrigo De Paul, clears Baltasar Rodriguez. And, that's interesting because Silvetti basically only played the playoffs, and he played like 3 or 4
Yes.
games during the regular season. But I think that he made such a difference in the playoffs when Suarez got benched that I guess it makes sense.
Well, it's crazy to see the kind of impact he had in such a limited amount of time. So I think that that's interesting that he was chosen.
Now this is okay. You know what? The next one, let's leave that one for after this one. So this is one of Chris's favorites, best stadium giveaway, because Chris loves free stuff. So
I love free stuff.
This is all him. I don't even think I got any of these things. Maybe you gave me some. So if it wasn't for you,
I did.
I wouldn't have even known what was given away this year.
Well, I gave you 2 and you gave me 2. So the 4 that I put up on this list is it's the trucker hat. Hold on, I think I got it here. Yeah, it's this one. So this trucker hat with the Miami in the front with the Royal Caribbean and the logo on the side, right? That was a giveaway. That's one choice. You have another choice being the commemorative towels that they gave for NYCFC and for Vancouver during the playoffs. They gave away white Publix t-shirts, which was pretty cool. Interesting. I never seen those. And then the last regular season banner that they gave away for the last game at Chase Stadium.
Is it the banner that you stole, or is it a real banner that they gave away?
No, it's the banner that you got, the one that hangs.
Okay, so we're not talking about the big banner that you stole.
No, not the one I stole, because that's only for me. That was that was a takeaway, not a giveaway.
Oh, the supporter shield is a good one, but that was only for season ticket holders.
Yeah, I tried to stay away from like season ticket like gifts. They also had one time in the fan zone, I think Chase, the credit card company, were giving like backpacks and coolers and stuff. So I tried to stay away from that. So,
well, Xavier thinks that your award is stupid.
What? Why does he think it's stupid?
He said because most of the people in here have never been to Chase Stadium.
Well, I mean, guys, listen, I've given people stuff from what I got, like Stancy. I've given Florida Man. I've sent people packages. So like whenever I do giveaways, that's why I take so many, so I can give you guys. So I'll ship it out
in the next 3 seconds.
Yes. So guys, if you want me to steal more, then we need more members on the YouTube channel, because somebody's got to pay for my bail if I get caught.
Yeah, while you say it out loud on YouTube. Last Chase Stadium banner, 47% is the winner. Commemorative playoff towels, 27%. Miami trucker hat, 24%. And the Publix white tee, 2%. All right.
Listen, if you were nicer to me, I'd package you a gift too. I'll send it to wherever you live, Europe or whatever. I'll pay it. Doesn't matter. I'm into giving. I'm into being nice. Okay, Pedri, let's exchange the kindness here. Smile to someone so they smile to someone else. What's the next category, Danny?
Well, the one that we ask at the end of every season, was 2025 a success?
Okay, so was 2025 a success?
I know it's not an award, but we always like to ask it just because we're curious what people think.
So that's actually a good question. And I don't want to really answer anything, because then all of a sudden people are going to think that I'm trying to sway votes here.
Well, I mean, what's interesting is that, and while we give it another couple seconds, what's interesting is that throughout the year, people said that if we didn't win multiple, it was a failure. When we didn't win Leagues Cup, everybody said, well, it's a failure, even if we win MLS Cup, because you should have gotten more than one. We now won MLS Cup, and everybody kind of got that feel. I saw a couple people wearing the new jersey with the star on the top, and look at the results. I'm about to close it out in the next 5 seconds, but we're at 90% yes as of right now. So an astounding. I mean, obviously, this is a very small percentage of the fan base, but we have a little like 150 people in here right now. 90% of you guys say, or at least that voted, say that it was a successful season. So there you go.
That's actually interesting, because we had Mike from Inter Miami show on here, said he doesn't feel like it's as much of a success. because there were trophies that were promised to us, which is understandable. But it's good to get a gauge like that. So what's the next category, Danny?
Worst commenter.
Worst commenter. Oh, this is where you guys are going to get your shine right here. So when it comes to worst commenter, okay, we got a couple options here. And the options goes as follows.
Well, actually, let me tell you the options because I may have changed one for you.
Okay, go ahead.
You may not be happy with what I changed.
Well, I mean, neither will the chat.
All right.
Oh,
so
I saw it.
So, all right. So it starts with Betty Potter, which I think is the early favorite. Mr. Krabs with and he's already congratulating Pedri.
Yes.
Rohan, which is here every once in a while, but hates on us whenever he can. And then last but not least, Andy Crims, Mr. keeps the same energy, predicting Miami losses and crying when they win. Those are the 4 choices. So here we go. That's it.
Can I just say something?
Absolutely.
Can I just say something before you load up the results here?
And real quick, before Mr. Krabs, why am I a nominee? Because you always telling us that we're late.
Yeah. You're the hall monitor of the show.
Yeah.
Now, Andy Crims, you know what he is? He is the face of all 29 fan bases that are on Twitter right now.
Yeah.
He is the face. Andy Crims, congratulations. You are the mascot of all MLS fans that are crying right now on Twitter. And I told you, Rick A, we're going to give Betty gets his attention. He's got a futon in right here. He's got it right here. I mean, look at Betty. He's going to vote for Rohan. You're not even going to vote for yourself. You don't want to lock yourself in.
I voted for Andy Crims.
That's a good vote.
Yeah, I feel like Andy Crims is by far the worst.
Let's see the results, Danny. Come on, load them up.
I don't know. I just saw somebody say so. All right, so I'm going to end the poll here because it's obvious. It's a runaway. 74% for Betty Potter. Congratulations, Betty, for being the worst commenter of the year. We hate what you say, and that's it. So shout out to you, Betty. 74% of the votes. I mean, Andy Crims, 21st. Mr. Krabs, 4%, and Rohan with a whopping 1%. Betty Potter, undisputed worst commenter. Absolutely. I hope you're proud of it.
But you know what? Sometimes it's good to be the worst commenter. Like you have a platform here. We give you guys a platform too. Like,
he's in good company, right? Mike V won it last year.
Yes.
I forgot who won it the year before. So that's good company. Good company.
Yes. I think Mr. Krabs, I think Mike V actually won it 2 years ago as the worst commentator. Yeah, he won. Wait, he won best commenter last year.
2 years ago.
Worst Yeah. Okay. Yes, you're right. You're right. Because he flipped. He went from best to worst.
All right, we have
3
left, and here we go. Most battered heron, and it's not a person. And when you guys see the choices, you'll understand. We have only 2 choices. So here they are. I'm just going to start the poll and let you guys start voting, and then we'll talk about it after you see it on the poll. So the most battered heron. We have 2 choices. This year has been a bit of a struggle for Chris and I. So the 2 options are Danny's mic, because, for a large part of the year, I just had horrible mic issues. So much so that I had somebody contact us and offer to give me a mic. So I'm on microphone. And then Chris's internet, which has been a struggle all year long because he refuses to get a normal computer because he says that he only wants the top of the line stuff. So he's going to continue to wait. So I'm going to give you guys 10 more seconds, and then we will move on to our last 2 awards.
I mean, is it wrong for me to be able to say I want a quality computer and that I'm not going to buy some like rando bando computer.
But it
just
doesn't have to
buy
be
it.
a rando bando. Like in between the rando bando and the top of the line, there's a lot of good stuff.
Listen, if I go to Geek Squad, they're gonna send me to the best of the best. Geek Squad's not gonna take me to the Hewlett Packard section. Do they still call it Hewlett Packard, or is it's just HP?
I have no idea.
I used to have a
Hey.
Gateway with a cow and everything.
All right. So we are gonna end it here, and people may have forgotten how bad my mic was because it's now been fixed for the last 2 or 3 months. But from like the beginning of the season up until like October, it was a real struggle. I remember I'd be going on rants and then it would just cut off.
I was watching a couple episodes today.
Yeah, man, it was so frustrating. And we're gonna get into more of that in a second because we have 2 awards to go. Chris ran away with this one. 69% of the vote goes to Chris's internet, where my mic only got 31% of the vote. But my mic is working now, so I guess that's a good thing. So, go ahead, Chris.
I just want to mention something because Sean is saying I can build a decent computer for 1,200. Do I look like I want to build a computer, Sean? Do I look like I even know how to build a computer? There's no way. Like, I had to wait for Jamaican Justin to show me the back roads of accessing, like, what was it, the Club World Cup or CCC?
It was the CCC against Cavalier.
Yeah, I had no idea how to do that. And Sean Callahan's asking me to build a whole computer, like, if I have the resources for that.
All right, we're coming to the end here. So 2 awards to go. All right, this is one of my favorites. This year, I'll put the poll up. You guys vote as we introduce it. So every year we have a worst episode. 3 years ago was the first time we had this award, and it was episode 98. It was a true classic. I still think that might be my favorite episode because it was so terrible. That was the first, or maybe the second time we ever had Tommy. At that point, it was Tommy one time on. Then last year, we had 2 options, but episode 269 won. Again, Tommy 2-time at that point because he was 2-time defending worst guest. He was on that show. And for those that forgot, it started with Chris and Xavier, and Chris's internet struck again. They had Tommy on. Chris's internet gave out, so it became a Tommy and Xavier show for a little bit. Then I jumped on to try to help. And at some point, Chris jumps on into a little tiny square in the corner and starts throwing out facts that are, in fact, not facts. They ended up being the majority of them lies. So it's incredible. If you forgot, episode 269, worst episode of the year last year. But this year, only one option. Episode 400. For those of you that forgot, the episode starts with Chris is on his hospital bed, and it's not a figurative hospital bed. It's literally a hospital bed as he's about to go into surgery. But we're trying to celebrate episode 400. He goes ahead. It doesn't let me just put one option, so I put 400 twice. He gets off because obviously he's about to go into surgery. I take over, and I decide I'm going to do the show solo, and then my mic gives out, and nobody can hear me. So I'm there talking, trying to fix the mic. Will from MLS Moves jumps on. It ends up being one of our fun, again, episodes. Chris hospital bed. My mic strikes again. Episode 400. So those are your 3 worst episodes in Battered Herons history. 98, 269, and 400 if you ever want to have a good laugh and look back at one of those. So, Chris, that brings us to the end. Our last award. Now, we have a 2-time defending.
It was changing my gallbladder.
Battered award-winning guest joining us right now. And without further ado, let me just bring him on screen. Mr. Tommy 2-time. How's it going, Tommy? Mr. Worst Guest of the Year, 2 years running.
I'm okay, but I realized before I hopped on that I took a 50 milligram gummy instead of a 20, so I'm on the moon at the moment here. Now, let me just say here, I have an award for you, Danny.
Oh, okay.
The man that fears Tommy the most.
Ah!
Because every time I have been on this show this year, you've conveniently had an excuse not to come on. So, and everybody knows it. When you're not on, the chat says you fear Tommy.
You know what's funny? When we were looking back at last year's episode, there was a oh no, wait, Tommy, you sent us that. When you won the award, so I forgot who it was. Somebody commented, "I'm Christian, but I hate this guy so much."
That was I actually printed that out and showed it to my family for Christmas, and my grandma's like super religious, and she was the only one at the table that did not laugh at that. But it's framed somewhere in the house here.
And shout out to the other face. His favorite episode is when I came on here after we beat Columbus 5-1, I believe, and I just started yelling about how not good we were. I remember that episode, and I got a lot of slack for that. And then we ended up getting our ass kicked like the next 2 games.
Yes.
All right. But this year, Tommy, you have stiff competition.
I know.
And let me explain, because I remember I told him, hey, I think you just made yourself a candidate and a nominee for Worst Guest of the Year. We had none other than Fabian Branquel on. And you guys know Fabian. He Leagues Cup ambassador, commissioner, and he covers the whole league. He's a big personality on Twitter. He came on here and he said, in my opinion, I quote, in my opinion, the Messi experiment has been a failure. End quote. And I said, oh, that's it. You're locked in. Worst guest of the year, possibly. Now, like I was saying earlier, it would have been fun if I could have found the clip, but I didn't have enough time to look through it. But with that said, let me bring the man of the hour up on Mr. Fabian Branquel. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me on. Yeah, crazy take. I didn't expect you guys to go on a crazy run in the playoffs. I thought Javier Mascherano wasn't the guy, and I ate my words during this crazy playoff run. That's for sure.
So, without further ado, I think I just put it to the poll. Is it going to be Tommy 3-time, or is Fabian taking the title of Worst Guest of the Year? So let me put the poll up right now. This is our most prestigious award, and just so you guys know, you see that little trophy? Oh, actually, I took it away. You can't see it anymore. But there is a battered trophy. My wife said that looks like a porn statue, something that you would get from the porn awards. I was offended. No, yeah. Well, I'll put it back on the screen in a second so you guys can see it. But you will be receiving this in the mail. I will be asking you for your address, and you will be receiving this baddie in the mail.
Wait a minute. Hold. Okay. Stop the show. Stop it. No. Hold on. Go put the poll up. Hold on. Did I just not get my 2 in the mail prior?
They weren't created yet. I can retroactively put the dates on them. You're right. You deserve those.
Yes, at the very least, Danny.
I thought we were friends.
Yes, you deserve those. So you'll get your 2023, 2024 awards. All right, so here we go. I'm starting the poll for Worst Guest of the Year. What are you guys going to do with the trophy when you win it? I hope that you guys
everybody's
display
just
it somewhere.
Booing Fabian. Just booing him. You're so cooked.
Hey. Oh man, 89J Stubbs said rewatch the season preview. Chris said MLS Cup or bust, and the player to watch for was Allende and watch for Rocco. But lucky guess, still 0 ball knowledge. Shout out to 89J Stubbs for the $4.99 Super Slam.
Super Slam.
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna give it another 30 seconds. Can you guys see the results of Tommy and Fabian? No? Okay. All right.
So
I could see
when they vote. When they vote, they can't see it.
No. I mean, the people in the chat can see it, I believe. Like, I can see it because I'm watching the show on my tablet just because I wanted to see how it looked. So
shout out to Reke with the $1.99 Super Slam. He says Spicy Danny and Drunk Danny for sure top episodes.
Yeah, well, that was a funny one after that MLS, after that beating Columbus Crew, because everybody was so hyped. I was like, man, we did not look good that game. All right, so here we go. I'm going to end this now. And with 62% of the votes, we have a new worst guest of the year 2025, Fabian Rankel. Congratulations. This says it's a monumental moment on this show. First time we have somebody worse than Tommy two-time. Beach.
First off, I want to thank God. I want to thank God for this award. Second, I want to thank the Battered Herons fans and the Battered Fans Network for this prestigious award. Thank you, Danny.
It's prestigious.
And Tommy, thank you for passing on this award. Hopefully he goes for a three-peat next time. But officially, the Messi experiment was not a failure, and I was definitely.
Well, it's a pleasure that you guys were and thank you, Tommy. You held that trophy with much honor. Everybody expected the worst from you every time you came on screen. So it's a lot to live up to, Fabian. I hope you're ready because it's not easy to follow in the footsteps of horrible Tommy.
Yeah, I'm going to try my best next year with League's Cup and Suarez being suspended for all of it, basically. But we'll see how it goes.
That's right. That's right. The League's Cup is back. Wait, is he going to be? Yeah, he probably will be suspended for that.
Yeah, I think 3 games or 4.
Oh, yeah, my goodness.
That should be fun. All right. So that wraps up our 4th annual Battered Award shows. We appreciate everybody that took the time to get on and vote. And for these 2 fine, horrible gentlemen that decided to join us and grace us with their horrible takes, their gummies, and everything that comes along with these guys. And then, Petty, no award for best commenter. Just about everybody on here except for you is a great commenter. So we had that discussion. But because we're like, it's impossible to fit in so many names and just exclude Pedri, that we just decided to just not go with it. But we love everybody in here except for Pedri. So shout out to everybody except for him. Tommy, let everybody know where they can continue to watch how horrible you are on a weekly basis.
No, I'm at the high level now. That's the scumbag over there. I am now top tier. I am now the host of the MLS Weekly Show, Battered MLS. That's when you get out of this, you are now the host. So
that's it.
So you all did this 1 year. I'm running it. The show's mine.
Oh, hey, look, hey, you and Fabian are both more than welcome to join us. We're gonna. I'm just gonna say we're gonna take the show a little more seriously now because we've put a lot of time into the Herons and then we've kind of left the MLS show kind of to the side, but. We're going to take it a little more seriously. We're going to be a little more consistent with it. So you guys are more than welcome to join us because we have a lot of fun on there also. We're going to try to build a nice following over there also because it's really fun to do this. So we're going to make sure we do that. So Tommy, the future guest of the Battered MLS Fan Show because he is no longer as bad as he was because now Fabian is the worst. Fabian, let everybody know where they can find you, sir.
Yeah, hey, if you want to give me more hate comments, I guess, at Fabian Rankel. You can see my crazy takes. It's not just in podcast format; it's on tweets too. So you can definitely see them there.
No, and look, and in all seriousness, make sure that if you haven't already, make sure you follow Fabian Rankel. He's awesome and he does a lot of big things. He is slowly becoming one of the figureheads in social media, at least, and maybe in the future a little more for the MLS. So shout out to you, Fabian. You're doing big things, and it's awesome to see what you're doing. So shout out to you. Make sure that you follow him if you haven't already.
Thank you, guys.
Tommy,
OnlyFans.
Don't fucking follow Tommy.
Fabian's OnlyFans is only $3.99 a month, and I will tell you the quality and the angles of the pictures that he does is just amazing, absolutely amazing.
I try to give people the most bang for their buck,
I mean, it's literally a bang for your buck. But Chris, Danny, I said this yesterday. It's the MLS world and fan base is so unique compared to everything else, and hanging out with you guys, meeting you guys in person and all of that. And like the people in the chat and it's fun. Like I know Mr. Krabs and, going back and forth with this guy all the time. Fabian, I've run into him and into quite a few different things. It really is a cool, small world that this is.
Yes, it is.
And I'm going to cry again, but.
Aww.
Well, let me tell you something. If you think that Tommy's bad, you see him in person eating. He eats his pizza with a fork and knife. Like he's just terrible all around. He couldn't figure out how to get in my car. I was like, what is wrong with this guy?
Look,
Dude,
look at what Danny's doing, Tommy. He's here trying to throw a nice, happy, time with us, and then here's Danny like, oh, how dare you?
I did not know how to open a Tesla door. I did not know how to open a Tesla door. I never been there. But let me tell you, I was at the mall last year, and this little kid was trying to open the door. They had like one that people could go in. And man, I felt like the smartest dude in the world when I went up to that kid and said, push in. And it popped open. And it was like,
the fact that you're going up to little kids and saying push in is just
oh my god, Daddy, you are terrible.
You are just a terrible human being, Tommy.
And the pizza thing, it was like the greasiest pizza in the world, and I had a dress shirt on. So look, man,
you did not have a dress shirt on.
I did. I have the picture.
He had a nice shirt. He has a nice shirt.
It was nice. It was nice. It was a conference shirt. Okay.
Yeah, come on, Danny. Jeez.
Yeah, let me know. All right.
This is why you don't
remember.
No, you know what? Screw this. All year you have avoided me, and this like 3.5 minutes I've been on this show. All you've done is shit talk me. You are done. I have access to this account. I could hop on every damn show if I want to. Every damn show. I am going to RKO you every chance I get. 2026, you're done, Danny. You are done. I don't want your award. Give it to Fabian every year. I'll be the worst person, but I'm not accepting it. I don't want it anymore.
To try to win this award,
you weren't gonna get it anymore.
To try to win this award next year, what I'm gonna do is if I ever get a chance to ask Messi a question, I'll ask him if the experiment has been a failure. All right.
Good luck. Messi doesn't do interviews, but
we're gonna give me the whole another one.
All right. Again, thank you guys. And thank you everybody in the chat that took the time to vote and to watch live. It's been a fun show. It's been a fun year. 2025, obviously, for Inter Miami fans, has been a great year. And we're going to take a little break after tonight. We'll be back at some point. We'll be back before the year's over. But we're going to take a little break because we've been going hard since the very beginning of the year. So make sure you have those notification bells on because if something pops up, maybe we'll jump on for like an emergency. But we're going to take a little break, and we'll probably be here after Christmas. I don't know how long after, but before the New Year. So we're wishing everybody a happy holiday. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah for those that are doing it right now, Happy Kwanzaa, and anything that you guys may celebrate. Chris, do you have any final words?
This was a beautiful show. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. And it has been an amazing time. Great relationships developed because of this community. I never would have thought that, and I appreciate you guys, really.
Yeah. All right. So, again, shout out to everybody. Feliz Navidad, Pedro, even though we hate you. And like I said, we'll be back and after Christmas at some point. We don't have a date. We haven't really figured it out. But after Christmas, we'll be back at some point. But we hope everybody enjoys their break. And if you're a Heat fan, we'll still be doing Battered Heat fans. Las Garzas, I think we got one more episode to go before we take a break from them. And you know, like I said, we'll keep in touch. All right. If you're listening on audio, appreciate you listening to the end. Please leave us 5 stars, comment, and if you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. And for those of you in the chat, I said it once or twice already, and I'll keep saying it. You know what? And for those of you that are saying that it sucks that we won't be on for a week, do me a favor. Go watch. Oh, look at this guy. Go watch episode 98. Go watch episode 269. Go watch episode 400. Go watch the episode after we beat Columbus 5-1, where I go on my rant, and then comment on it because those are really fun episodes. They were really fun for me to relive them over the last 2 days, and I'm sure you guys will get a kick out of them also. Those are just 4. We have a bunch that are really fun to look back on, but if you go back to those 4, you're going to have a great time as the league's commissioner throws up some MLS Cup stuff. We appreciate everybody, and we'll be back later at some point in the next week. So until the next one, have a good one.